Ooga. Welcome to the King Gorilla TV podcast. Welcome to the I messed up. Whatever, man. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the King Gorilla TV podcast, y'all. Welcome. What? I can't believe they did that. That was a lot. Maybe I should restart that. Should I restart that? Absolutely. Welcome to the King Gorilla TV podcast. Welcome to the King Gorilla TV podcast. Welcome to the King Gorilla TV podcast, y'all. Welcome. Welcome to the King Gorilla TV podcast. My name is King. Thank you all for even listening to what I got to say. Thank you and welcome to this podcast because, talk about a lot here. Serious stuff, cool stuff. But now it's going to get to the point where I want to talk about a lot more fun stuff as well. Okay, I want to bring a lot more fun here. And this is a trending topic. This has been a trending topic for at least the last 2 months, or at least just May heavily. I think this was a big debate, and a lot of people chimed in, a lot of people saying what they said, and it's time for me to chime in too. Okay, I chimed in a little bit, but not to this point, to where I brought it as a whole episode. And what I'm talking about is the 100 men versus one gorilla. The 100 men versus one gorilla. I got the sound effects ready. Okay? Now, 100 men versus one gorilla. Let me just tell y'all something, okay? Gorillas are tough AF, okay? They're super tough. Like, their bone structure, like their mass is so huge compared to us. It's insane. And they, like, their fists, like, their punching force, or PSI, I don't know what the actual PSI stands for, but it's a measurement of force. And their force is crazy. They can pick up 10 times their weight. So an average silverback gorilla is about 300 to 400 pounds. Okay? Picking up 10 times your weight, that's 3,000 to 4,000 pounds. And they can pick that up without any issues. So, of course, if this was a 1v1, the gorillas probably is definitely going to win. But people have not factored in that gorillas are pacifists. Okay? They don't want no trouble. Now, if it's a 1v1, I think a gorilla would just like move. Yeah, would definitely be able to. It'll probably be a different story for just one person running up on a gorilla. Not to say that they won't. Not to say that they won't still be pacifists, but it's just more likely that they may defend themselves or they may not be intimidated. Now, if it's 100 men coming at them, they're definitely they want to survive. Their instincts are going to kick in. Their instincts are going to kick in, and it's going to tell them it's just like us with fight or flight. No, it does not want to engage in that type of fight. First and foremost, it does not want to engage in that type of fight unless it has to. Unless it has to, or it's an experiment gone wrong to where it just has it's shifted its nature from being a pacifist to being a bloodthirsty monster. That would be the only way that you'd really see this matchup actually be a thing. Okay, so a lot of things with a lot of people were saying, oh, the men are going to get torn to shreds. Like they're saying the gorilla is going to come out on top. I do understand because it has a bite force that is stronger than and strong enough to break bones and to rip off limbs. But like I said, pacifists. That's for the most part. They're really not trying to get into fights. Now, I know a lot of people have seen a lot of gorilla videos, and I have too. And I've seen videos where a gorilla easily just pulling a grown man, easily just pulling a grown man and just walking off about his day. Like he pulled him so smooth and so easily without no struggle. So obviously gorillas are strong, like really, really strong. Stronger than most people. Well, all people, to be honest. Even way stronger, still stronger than the bodybuilders of the world. However, that's just based on their genetics and everything that comes along with it. Okay, they have a much bigger mass of muscle and they have much thicker skin. So, yeah. But people forget that a lot of humans fight dirty. And if it's 100 men, and then 100 men that are like prepared to die, the 100 men are winning. I'm gonna just close that debate right now. Those 100 men are winning. If they are prepared to die and they don't mind seeing the carnage of their men, of at least the first wave of men coming at the gorilla and seeing torn limbs and decapitated bodies and stuff like that. Yeah, this is if they're not afraid of seeing that type of carnage, that type of gore, and that type of mutilation, that type of dysmorphia, I think the 100 men will win, because that's a lot of time. And gorillas do not have that much energy. Okay, they will get tired. Okay, they will get tired much faster than a lot of people are giving them credit for. A lot of people think that they're gonna outlast 100 men. 100 men, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. 100 people, you fit 100 people into one like classroom. That's a lot of people. And you put the gorilla in that space. That's a lot of people. Now, the environment is probably one of the biggest factors, because if it's even if it's like home advantage for the gorilla, like, come on now. The gorilla can do some things, for sure. Absolutely. Not denying. Like I said, the gorilla is very, very strong, but they're pacifists. And more evidence points to them not wanting to engage at all. But if they have to, they will get down. But eventually, even if they're getting down, they will get tired. They do not have an unlimited battery. Okay, they're not androids from Dragon Ball Z. They can't keep going forever. 100 is more than enough to take care of one gorilla. And and most people are using with no weapons. With no weapons. Of course, with no weapons, yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. Of course, with weapons, no issue. People, yeah, that's already a done deal. You don't even need 100 people for that. But without weapons, bare fist, bare knuckled, there's gonna be a lot of loss on the human side. But if humans fight dirty, and if humans are doing the work and trying to subdue the gorilla by any type of fighting style, or if they're especially if they're highly trained, if we send 100 of our highly trained people to that gorilla, that's a done deal. I think it's a lot easier than we're giving ourselves credit for. The human will to live or to take out animals like we do throughout history, it's unprecedented. It's literally in our nature. Well, more so other nature. Well, let me not get into that. But it's in human nature to do stuff like that. Mostly white people, but yeah. It is human nature to want to live, to survive, to do a lot of nonsense anyways. So if we're gonna do the nonsense that humans have always been doing, we're gonna win. We found ways necessary to do it with sticks and spears and all that. You telling me we can't figure out how to take one gorilla down bare knuckled? Come on now. Give humans some credit, okay? Give humans some credit. Some people just want the gorilla to win and saying the only person, the person that ran away is the one who won. I mean, in his own way, yes, because he doesn't have to fight no ridiculous thing like a gorilla. But if it's a death match, and that's pretty much how most people are describing it, humans got it. Humans got it. Low difficulty. Mid difficulty. Let me just say medium difficulty. Mid difficulty. Mid to high difficulty. But that also depends on, there's just so many factors, like the environment. If it's like in the classroom thing, the gorilla doesn't have no space to move around, so the gorilla gonna get overwhelmed. For sure. Now, if it's out in the jungle, the gorilla can find ways to avoid and leave or run away. Now, if it runs away, it's more so of a forfeit because it doesn't want to be part of the death match anyways. So it's a forfeit, and which still means humans win. People didn't even make that an actual possibility. The gorilla forfeiting. The gorilla would forfeit. The gorilla is gonna forfeit. Let's just be honest. That gorilla is gonna forfeit. Like, I see the gorilla forfeiting. It just makes sense for the gorilla to forfeit, because it wouldn't be a part of that if the gorilla did not forfeit. But yeah, listen, the gorilla is definitely gonna have some bodies on its side. Okay, it's definitely gonna do what it needs to do to try to outlast as long as it can, but its endurance is not that good. And a lot of people giving the gorilla too much credit. You don't even know how that gorilla's feeling that day. What if that gorilla didn't even want to fight, but it had to? It's gonna do what it do and try to get some of the humans out. But come on now, get some of the men out. But if that gorilla really didn't want to fight that day, that gorilla is going to be in for the time of its life. It's going to be hanging on for dear. It's going to try to hang on for dear life, but it's just like, apparently we've forgotten about human savagery. Human savagery is probably one of the most savage things on earth. Okay? We have human savagery versus animal savagery. Well, if the gorilla savagery, it's obviously going to take a lot more of our men out, but human savagery to the depths that we've seen it go, yeah, the humans going to give that gorilla a hard time, a really hard time. So you already got my answer, okay? 100 gorillas versus one man. Come on now. Them gorillas probably not even gonna pay no mind to that guy. Gonna drag him and then just go about their day. They probably just gonna start fighting each other after that. But depends on how big that gorilla family is, or however they call it, the correct term for it. I don't know it, but yeah, the correct term for it. But 100 man versus one gorilla, I put my thing on the humans, okay? Just based on sheer numbers and the willingness to be the savagery from humans, okay? And that's pretty much all you need to take out any of those, take out a silverback gorilla, especially if it's a pacifist. Now, if we're talking about some other animals, we'll talk about that some other time, all right? So drink your water. Water is so good. Water is so good. Hydration is very important. If you didn't get any sunlight today, take your vitamin D dietary supplements and other nutrients to stay on point, to stay healthy and stay well, okay? Ask a physician or whatever, what is best suits your needs or something like that, you know? And be kind to people. Like I said, lots going on in the world. You can make their day better and your day better by being kind and practicing it daily, okay? I practice it daily, and you know, it does make me feel better when I am kinder to somebody else who's also who looks like they're having a bad day, or I can see that they're having a bad day, or even if I didn't know that they were having a bad day, me being kind to them helped their day. I could have been a highlight of their day. And you know what? I think that's enough. I think that's a beautiful thing. All right, so yeah, like I said, be kind to people, man. I'm King. It's the King Moolah TV podcast, y'all. I'm out of here. Humans will win.